Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Jointly Speaking. This is Bob Carley, your host, and today I have with me a wonderful gentleman. I've been trying to get him on the air, but I've had some technical problems, and his name is Joe Duggan. Joe, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, now tell me, I know you're here, but what did you do for a living when you were a young boy?
Really young, I was a paper boy. And then when I got out of high school, I worked for John Hancock Insurance Company.
Oh, my goodness.
And I used to try to find people who were missing. Okay?
Oh, really? That must have been
The
interesting.
insurance company was due, the policy was due, and they couldn't find the people. So we found some people, but others, unfortunately, were dead.
Yeah.
And then I was drafted into the Army during the Korean conflict. And luckily, I stayed in the United States for the time I was in the service.
Oh, you were very lucky.
I was down in Georgia, sweet Georgia,
Oh, yes.
and I worked, I was in the Signal Corps, and I worked on equipment that was used on the front lines, which are very vulnerable to being destroyed. But luckily, I was blessed, and I got out of the service after 2 years. Went to Northeastern University. I found this wonderful woman named Jean.
You're not allowed to find a wonderful woman.
Well,
Gee willikers.
maybe she found me.
Yeah, yeah.
Her name was Jean. And we have had she's deceased recently after 68 years of wedding,
Wow.
bliss. And
Wonderful.
we have 8 children.
My goodness,
And
that's
they're
a
all
handful.
Yeah, and they're still alive and kicking, all of them.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I have 11 grandchildren who all have college grads. Not that that's necessary in life, but they all graduated
No,
from
but
college.
the college grads, I really think they need it today because everything's getting so
Oh, yeah.
modern and, computer.
Oh, yeah.
You've
yeah,
got to
yeah.
know what you're doing.
So, yeah. Then I have 7 great-grandchildren. Okay, so,
Ah,
so most of my life was working for IBM, which I worked for 33 years. And graduated when I was, graduated from there at age 55. And then I moved to New Hampshire, into the mountains.
oh, yes.
And I only stayed there 2 years, and I come back because of jobs. And
Yeah.
then I went back again after I retired at 55, and I became, I don't believe it, a voluntary fire chief.
Yeah, yeah. Talk louder.
I became a voluntary fire chief,
Okay.
and I had wonderful people working for me, 2 women who were wonderful firefighters, and we fortunately took care of, most of the fires were, chimney fires or something like
Yeah.
that.
But that explains to me a lot because I noticed when you're here in the facility that we're here with, that at Colony 3 retirement, that you go over to a lot of people, you talk to a lot of the people. It's almost like you're trying to help them.
Well, I sometimes feel this is my mission in life while I'm here.
Good.
As you know, I'm not a young kid. I'm 92 years old.
Oh, that's young.
Sure,
hope.
sure.
I'm right behind you.
Yes, there's a lot of people right behind me. But this is a beautiful place. People are very friendly. It's
Yes,
like
they
our
are.
own community here.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, it really is. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody is very sociable and pleasant and
They are. And there's certain ones you pick out, obviously,
yeah.
And some people need they're lonely, they have
Yes.
nobody,
Yeah.
and they need someone to just give them a hug once in a while and say hello.
Yeah. You know what I find the hardest thing to do here, and that I find it hard to do no matter where you go. I try to say hello to everybody. And some people won't say hello back, and I'm amazed.
Well, you get 2 situations. They're shy,
Well, yeah.
or they get something on their mind that's bothering them,
Yeah.
and they're not paying attention to what
But
you say.
just to say hi,
I know, it's just,
it blows my mind.
yeah. Well,
I'm too casual.
no, I think it's a great thing to do. The other thing is, I don't know all the names.
Oh, I don't know the names.
I know quite a few. There's only
Yeah.
100 of us here, you
Yeah.
know, so it takes a
But-
while.
Yeah, but I don't know anybody's name, a lot of names rather, I should say. But I do say hi to them whether I know them or not, because I want to be able to say hello and get to know them, so.
You know, they've started a men's group here. It's a
Really?
discussion group.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's the second week. We had 8 last week, and it's growing. The thing is, I made up a guideline: no talking about politics or religion. It's
Oh,
too
that's good.
vulnerable,
Yeah,
and that
I
people
agree.
get angry with each other, and we don't need that. You
No,
know?
you're not here to get mad at each other.
No. So those things we don't talk about. Everyone has a chance to, on the floor, to bring up a topic and discuss it.
Oh, I think that is great. I
So-
like that idea.
Yeah, and maybe the women could do that too. You
I
know?
wish they would, but you know how women are.
Not all of them.
I'm telling you. No, I mean, you try and keep the subject line
You do, yes, yeah.
to where it's good for everybody,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
very hard when they want to talk about something you don't want to get into.
Yeah, well, you just walk away or just
Yeah.
try to change the subject.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
But the good thing about here is we have activities,
Yes.
so it's not good to sit in your room and watch TV all day. It's the
No.
worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
So it's good to get involved as much as you can
Yeah.
and just getting out, get some exercise. We have an exercise program Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a chair exercise program,
Oh.
and it's very good. I go to
Oh,
that.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to. I do exercises in my room,
Yeah, that's
but
good.
right now I've got a right shoulder that's dead,
Uh-huh. Oh, that's,
and I'm waiting for surgery.
oh boy.
And so I can't really get into anything.
No,
I'm so
no.
afraid
Yeah.
somebody might touch it or pull it or
Oh,
do
sure.
something.
Do you have a
know.
schedule yet?
Nope,
Oh.
not yet.
To wait,
They,
yeah.
they give it. It's been a year and a half. I've never gone through it like this. Usually, when I tell a doctor I need something, I get it done right away.
Well, it
Yeah.
seems like the trend is,
It's the difference in the policies and the way they handle it.
yeah, but also there's not as many doctors around as there used to be.
No.
So I want to get an appointment for a dermatologist, and it would go next February. Okay, next February.
February?
I could be dead and buried by then.
Holy
Cancel
mackerel!
appointment.
That's crazy.
But this is universal, you know, the lack of doctors. So
Yeah.
I think there's a big effort to push college grads to go into that profession. I know it's
Yeah.
a long
One
term.
of them told me he wouldn't operate because of my age. I told him to take a fly and leap off the shop here.
But that is true. They don't want you to. When we get in that age level, they're afraid that maybe we
But
won't come out of
I
it.
hear people in their 96s, 98 being operated.
Yeah,
on.
that's amazing.
To
You
me,
got to be
that-
in pretty good shape, though.
Yeah,
you know.
well, maybe, yeah. But I am in good shape.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
might have a lot of implants, but my heart is ticking.
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously, you know.
So we are in an environment in this world now where things are unsettled.
Oh, yes.
The weather situation has caused a lot of changes in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
We have a political situation right now, which I hate this time of the year because of politics is on the TV all the time and so forth. And you hear all kinds of things, maybe not all true.
Yes.
But
I agree.
So it's a difficult time for people
Yeah.
to decide what they're going to do
Yeah.
come time to vote.
Now, do you still drive? Or,
No, I gave up my car.
yeah, I gave up buying too.
Yeah. I I didn't have to,
Yeah.
but I backed out of my garage one day and I went over the curb and I started out and I couldn't, I have neuropathy in my leg and my foot was frozen on the gas pedal. I finally got up and I didn't, so I said, this is a sign that
Yeah.
I don't want to drive. I could injure somebody
Right.
or
And
myself.
I agree with you.
And
Yeah.
so I'd rather make the decision to give up my car
Yeah.
than someone tell me.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't miss it that much.
I don't miss it.
You know, I have family, thank goodness I have
Yeah,
family
well,
to take
I've
me
got
out.
family too, but I've got plenty of transport. You've got public
Yeah, we-
transportation.
Yeah, we do have public transportation
Yeah,
for nothing.
So, it's not a
So
big
we're all
deal.
set, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no more, no more bills for insurance for cars, you know.
No
Yeah.
more gas.
Right, right. But I mean, so I know that a lot of people go down to Florida to live. You know, but I love New England. I've been
Watch
here
how
all
you
my-
talk about Florida.
Oh yes, we're talking to Florida. I got
Yeah, I lived there for 40 years.
Well, I got 2 daughters that live down there right now.
Yeah, I love it.
So I get to see it. I love it to go down in the winter time, but I'm not too happy to go down in the summertime.
But it's, if you live there year round, the summertime really doesn't bother you.
Really?
You know when the heat is,
Uh-huh.
and you have, everybody has air conditioning,
Oh, sure.
so you know enough, like, let's say between 1 and 3 o'clock, don't be too anxious to go outside.
Do things in the morning, right?
Yeah, in the early morning, in the late evening, after 6
Yes.
o'clock.
Well, my
something like
daughter
that.
has an in-ground swimming pool.
Oh,
And she
yes.
built a house. She said, I got to build a pool there because if I don't, nobody's going to come and visit me.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. My other daughter is a golfer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy,
Oh,
yeah.
she's got it made in
Oh,
Florida.
yeah.
The golf tournament, the golf places. there.
She plays golf about 4 times a week, if
Oh,
not
yeah.
more.
Tons of places to go.
So I loved it. I enjoy myself down
Yeah.
there, but I love New England also.
Oh, I like New England. I lived here. I was born here.
Me too.
But but my aides have a hard time with me here because they get hot when they come in my room, and I don't have the air conditioning on. I said, I'm not hot. I don't even feel it yet.
Well-
And that's just from being in Florida.
Yeah, elderly people also like the heat.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Well,
I do
that's
both.
true, yeah.
I do both. I put my air on during the day, whatever I want, So anyway, life has been very good to me. I've had a chance to travel.
Yeah.
I've been to Italy twice,
Wow.
loved it. Saw the
Wonderful.
Pope twice and so
Yeah.
forth. Been down there. I've been to a place called Medjugorje.
Where's that?
That's the old Yugoslavia.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
It's a religious shrine over
Yeah,
there.
I've been
go
over to Germany and France,
Okay,
and
good.
yeah.
I've been to. I love Bermuda. I've been there about 9
Yes,
times.
I've been there
Yeah,
too.
love
I've been
that.
to Aruba.
Yeah, Aruba. Yeah, good. I've been to Hong Kong.
Ooh.
I was flying over to there, and we got over the Aleutians, and one of the engines stopped.
Oh, that's fun.
So we dropped 20,000 feet,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm reading a book entitled "The Final Flight."
You had to read that on
Yeah.
an airplane?
Obviously it wasn't, So we went back to Portland. Next day we went out in the same place. As we're landing, there's fire engines on either side of us, Nothing happened. We sold out next day at the same place. Then I went to Hong Kong, Beijing, after the uprising there. And, boy, they searched me for everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have anything, And then I went to, where else? Tokyo.
Oh, yes.
And, the more
Tokyo is the one place I'd love to go to there, and Japan. I have this terrible urge to go there. I
Japan.
know I won't be able to
Yeah.
now, but
Well, what I found out, the people are very nice to us, but the more you travel and you see some of the conditions in the world, the more you appreciate what we have
Out
right
here,
here.
yeah.
And people don't know that.
Yes,
they
that's true.
complain about a lot of things, but we are blessed with a great country,
oh yes, I think we are.
and we
yeah.
are helpful to so other. People say, hey, we give too much help to other people. What about our own country?
The only thing I would like this country to do, and I've been tempted so many times to say it on this show, get rid of the guns.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't think we need guns because when you have a 6-year-old that goes into school and shoots his teacher, there's something
there's
very wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there will always be hunters, and my son's a hunter,
Yeah.
but he's a very safe hunter,
Yeah.
and he locks his gun.
Oh yeah, there are safe
Yeah.
ones out there.
But you're right. There's too much.
But if they
too
don't
much
have
violence.
a gun, they tend not to want to shoot anybody. They don't like to go close up.
That's
And I
right.
think that would stop a lot of deaths.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No.
There's too much
no,
people who are in favor of guns, so
I know.
we know that. But anyway, it's still a beautiful
Unfortunately.
place to live. There's so many good
Oh, yeah.
people in our country and in the world.
Yeah, they got you and me to deal with.
Well, on the news, you get a lot of bad things that happen. They don't really publish very often the good things that go on,
Yeah, true.
But we shouldn't get discouraged or lose hope because the majority of us are good. This minority who create situations, and sometimes they get advantage of us.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful world. We have to learn to say, bless God for all we have in the world. He's been very good to me, I know, and other people. And so we have to help those people who are in need. There's so many people who are starving to death. Not only, I think I heard there's 24 million people starving to death.
Really, that many?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that high.
And then homeless. Homeless is taking off like crazy. The
Oh, yeah,
homeless.
the homeless is really blowing my mind, and that I think has a lot to do with the fact when the money costs go up, when your interest rates go up, people can't pay their homes.
Right. Many people just
they
have
have to
Social
leave 'em.
Security. All I have is Social Security.
Yes,
And either
that's
say,
true.
I'm going to have my pills today and
Yeah.
live, or I'm going to take my
If
money
their
and buy
house,
some food.
if their house isn't paid for when you retire, you're in trouble.
Yes, well, my house was paid for when I
Yeah,
retired.
mine was too.
But I mean, the taxes go up, everything goes up. I sold it finally and get rid of it,
Yeah,
And I'm very happy at this facility because we have everything we need here.
oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
are very short.
You
in
have
this-
an apartment, you have your privacy,
We have 2 meals a day given to us,
Right. And
it's-
I'm glad I don't have to get up for breakfast.
Well, I do my own breakfast. But we're fortunate to have the opportunity because many of these facilities don't provide food.
That's
I know
true.
we pay for them in our cost,
Yeah.
but still, if we had to go outside today and get an apartment by ourselves, minimum of $2,000 if you can find one,
If you can find
then
one.
you're going to pay probably the same amount between food and electricity and all those things.
Right,
So you're talking maybe 4,000 plus. And we don't have that kind of money. So we're very blessed to be in this facility and pay what we do.
but I think this is something that older people have to be aware of.
Yes.
If they live in a home, they've got to get that home paid before they retire,
Yeah, because
because
it's
then your
difficult.
income cuts down.
Absolutely. So, we're blessed, as I keep on saying.
Yeah.
And I never even heard of this place until I found out
I
that.
never did either until my
Yeah.
daughter told me about
Yeah,
it, so.
yeah. So I suggest to anybody if they have a need, we have a community. If you live by yourself, you're lonely, you have nothing to do, nothing to see. If you're in a community where there's just more people, you enjoy yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I think you live
Yes,
longer
yes.
too if you want to live longer.
And what I like to do more than anything, I don't get out of my apartment because I can't use my arm, and I have to have somebody push me all the time. But what I do is when I do come out, like at meal times, I love to say hi to everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody, in and out of the elevators, in the hall, I don't care where, and just do that. And even at dinner time,
Yeah.
I love sitting and chit chatting.
Well, we're supposed to love each other. Another thing well, some of us can
It's
do.
easier to talk to somebody about a disagreement than to pull a gun on them.
Okay, good point.
Oh,
But also, there's so many people who are poor people out there. We need to
Yes.
be charitable to
Oh,
them
yes.
and share our wealth, what we have.
Yep.
We don't. One month I got 150 requests for charity. 150 envelopes I got, people asking for money. What can I do for 150 people?
yeah,
But I mean, there's that many needs out there.
that many.
And
That-
all these
that's
other
horrendous.
countries, the war going on,
Yeah,
these people, in the Ukraine,
I know. I was when I was younger, and I had twin daughters,
oh, wonderful.
and they're doing great. And I had them in school, and I had put them in a Catholic school where they helped me financially because I was on my own and I was disabled. But when they got to be up in high school, I panicked because I thought, oh, you kids are going to go to college, and I can't do that. So we moved at that time to California.
Oh, wow.
And in California at that time, if you were a resident, you could go to college free of charge.
Oh, wonderful.
Pay for the books, but other than
Sure.
that, So my two daughters went to college, San
Wonderful.
Diego State University.
Wow. That is wonderful.
Yes, I've never been more happy about anything, really.
Yeah.
I am so pleased.
Well, the expense today, even to go to grammar school, is crazy.
Oh, it's terrible.
Not even talking about
Yeah.
college.
I know it. Yeah, they were talking the other day, somebody was talking to me about college and saying it's costing $50,000 for a freshman year, and I just dropped dead in my tracks. I said, you can't be serious. They said, oh, yeah.
I've never heard of that. I've heard of
Yeah,
like
I don't know
10 to
where it was.
13.
I wish I could remember who I heard
Yeah.
it from. It was in a group, but I don't really remember.
Yeah.
But I was shocked by that. I thought that was terrible.
Yes, they got to do something about that.
Yeah,
That's
it-
terrible.
That's not fair.
No, it's not, because so many
Your
people.
average person is an average person.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. I remember when I went to grammar school. It cost like $2 a year. $2 a year.
Yeah, boy, those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
it's difficult for young people today when they get married. They don't have a lot of money. They got to find a place, and they have
Yeah.
children.
Yeah,
So right away, they have problems,
yeah,
and so therefore, both mother and father both have to work,
yes.
and so there's
But
places-
then they gotta spend the money to babysit kids when they're
Yeah.
younger, and that creates a problem where that money could have been saved had they not been
Yep.
in the situation, but,
But that's the
they
way it
gotta-
is this world today,
yeah,
and people, giving up their money to take care of their children so they get an education, because education is so important in our life today.
yeah,
So many things could be avoided if people had good education.
yeah.
You know,
What would you like to do if you could do it?
do it. Education.
Well, not so much education, but what would you do if you could do something to help people, or go out and educate people, or whatever? What would you do? Anything?
Let me think. I'd love to do something. Let me think. I like to go knocking on doors
Really?
and ask people, boom, boom, boom. Can I help you? Anything you need? I mean, I'm not a millionaire. Don't get me wrong.
No, no.
But I try to contact organizations that help people, because I like to help people who are less fortunate than myself,
Yes.
and do what we can for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Even just sometimes, as you said before, a smile
Yeah.
makes them feel.
You'd be surprised what a smile can do.
Yeah, 'cause they
Better
feel-
than a tear. If you cry with them, it makes them feel worse.
Oh yeah.
You're better
yeah.
off to smile
Yeah.
and think of things that they can do that would make things better for them.
And life is so,
Larry Kershaw, C6.
life is so short that you have to take advantage of each day, because each day is a gift. It's a gift,
Yeah?
and we never know if we're going to be around tomorrow.
No?
So you take the day, and you say, "What can I do to make somebody feel happy?" An act of kindness. An act of kindness.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt to say a couple of prayers every day either.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Know
That's
that
true.
there is a God, and some people still don't believe it, but someday they're going to find out.
Yeah.
So I think a combination of acts of kindness, some prayers for them, and just treat them as human beings with respect.
Yes.
Respect.
Yes.
And that's,
Because, they didn't necessarily put themselves in the position they're in.
of course not, no.
And that's what people have to understand.
And we see a lot of people here who have physical problems mostly, and maybe
Yeah.
some little mental too.
Yeah?
And they're here today, and maybe the members will come tomorrow, and they'll be gone and come back.
Yeah?
So that's the sad part about it. You get to know some of these people real close, become friendly with them, and then they're gone. But that's life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's life.
I call this God's little waiting room.
Oh,
Another
is that what you call it?
another word, Wrinkle Village.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
My mother was a great person. She never had a lot, but she kept us and my dad. And she lived to be 106.
Wow,
And I so admired her because when she died, she still had all her faculties.
that's a wonderful situation.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was very rare.
Yeah.
And I remember her saying to me, and we lived together, and I remember her saying, "I'm going in to take a nap." I had my lunch, and I'd say, "Okay," because that's what she did every day.
Oh, sure.
And I'd go in, I'd give her a kiss, and she never woke up.
Oh, really?
But that was the nicest way to go.
Yeah, in your sleep.
She never went through hospitalization or anything. She was up cleaning house and doing things. Unbelievable. I love to talk about. She was my favorite person.
Yeah.
She had so much. She had little, but she would help you any way she could.
People are so nice, and that that then becomes what type of person you are.
Yeah,
Because-
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because
She makes me want to reach out to anybody I can.
Yeah.
And I did. I even on even being on disability.
Uh-huh.
I worked for the charity. I worked for, I worked with the Arthritis Foundation for 30 years
Wow,
and volunteered,
that's wonderful.
you know, and just, and did it with some other charities, raised money for them and
Yeah.
did golf tournaments or dinners or whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's
Anything
good.
I could do that would help other people.
Well, you know, you can, an example. I think you're an example here to us, right, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not here,
Yeah.
not here.
Well, no, anyway. But I had, my wife, you know, we were so close. Would you believe, we never had an argument in
Oh, my
68
gosh.
years.
Oh, you're disgusting.
We may have disagreed about those things, but no.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's wonderful. Oh, God, that's wonderful.
And I'll share with you the last moment of her life. She said to me, Joe, I love you, and then she died.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's something you can take with you forever.
yeah, you're
That's
right.
beautiful.
So I've been blessed, you know.
You've been very fortunate.
I have been. And I'm still able to do a lot. I'm still able to walk and breathe. And
Yeah, and you
think.
know, that's what I like, Joe. I like people when I see them here. If you people can get up, any one of you here can get up and walk and do and talk, then do it.
Absolutely.
Get up, go
yeah.
socialize, go
Yeah.
talk to you, see if you can help somebody out, you know.
You know, it takes so little
Yeah,
to,
and it doesn't cost anything.
and you stop
At
thinking
least
about
not
your
here.
own self. Right, you're right. And you stop thinking about your own self. You think
Yeah.
about those people. And those people, we think we're bad, but people are worse than us.
Yeah.
Worse than us, and physically, mostly. But, you know, again, it's our attitude of life. You
Yes.
know? If we accept what comes to us and say, okay, that's part of life, and don't moan and groan about everything,
Right?
and just say, look at the beautiful day out there.
Yeah.
Sun's out, look at the birds,
It could
the
even
trees.
be raining and be a beautiful day,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. And we need rain. Of course, sometimes we get a little bit more than we don't mind.
More than we get.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, but I really believe that. I mean, even on a rainy day, you could say today's a great day
It
because
is.
you're not having any problems or any issues that you got to deal with.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how lucky they are when they get up in the morning. Every morning I get up, I tell myself today's a great day.
Yeah.
Every single morning. I
I do
never
too.
do anything until I tell myself that.
I always say, God, thank you for the gift of today. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
But I'm a
and
great believer of that, and that's really what gets me through.
well, a lot of people are suffering very badly, you
Yeah.
know, and they say, why me? And
Yeah.
we say, why not me? We don't understand.
Nobody knows why.
Yeah, DNA, what it is.
Right.
But we have to learn to accept pain as well as the joy of the world.
That's
And
right.
just say, okay, I can't do anything about it. I can pray to get help. I can rely upon people to help me at times because I can't physically do things. That's
That's
not me,
right.
but I mean, and so we have to realize this is part of life. The good things and the bad things, what we call the bad things, and just go on with life.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we only get one life.
Oh, how true.
And,
How
and
true.
how we
No,
handle it.
I really, I've always felt the need to help somebody else. And my mother could never understand why I wouldn't take help. I said, Mom, I don't need it. I'll be okay. And she just couldn't deal with that. She said, Papa, you're not okay. And I said, yes, I am.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And,
you know.
and I did. And I'm very proud of myself. About 35 years ago, I stopped taking pain pills.
Wow,
Yeah, I haven't taken any.
wow.
And I don't, and I've learned, I don't even realize I have the pain sometimes, and that's bad. But I found by taking them that when I had surgery, they didn't work as well after the surgery.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I said, the heck with you. So I threw them out and stopped. Some of the doctors don't like me, but, you know.
Well, you know your body better than anybody else.
And I've done it.
Yeah.
I don't think about the pain.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
good.
talk about it,
Yeah.
except to you.
Yeah. Thank
But
you.
I mean, other than that, I never talk about it, and I don't think about it, and I just roll along. I keep my mind occupied with things I want to do and things I'd like to do.
Yeah. Well, I know of other people who stopped taking pills, period.
Yeah.
And amazing, it didn't change their lifestyle at all. They were
No,
lucky.
it doesn't.
But some people, they can't exist without the pills.
Yeah, that's what really bothers me is
Yeah.
some
yeah.
of them really, and I'm sure there are people who probably have to have the pills. I don't say there aren't.
It's true. They do.
I
They
mean,
do, yeah.
some people can't. I just decided I was sick of taking them and I wasn't
Yeah.
going to do it anymore.
Well, people who say diabetes, they have to.
Oh
take
yes,
them, you know,
diabetes,
Yeah.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Most
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
they have to. Yeah.
So, you've
But
traveled.
anyway.
You say you've traveled to some traveling in your life,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
good. Good.
Cuba and
Yeah.
been there and
Yeah.
Germany, and my daughter was in the U.S. Army. I went over to Germany
was she?
and France.
Oh, really? Yeah. But. Yeah.
Went over there to spend time with her,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I had spent 2 weeks there. Oh, it was wonderful. I loved it. It was great.
They say Germany's a beautiful country.
Yes,
Beautiful country.
yes,
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I loved the food. That was good. But
Yeah.
but it's nice when you can do things like that when you can, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's still a lot of things here in the USA that people can see.
Oh, to see, right? Yeah.
Believe me, I still haven't been to Iowa
Uh huh.
or those places.
Yeah, I've been.
I'd love to go to the higher country area,
Yeah, I've been.
Midwest.
Yeah, I've taken a tour out west. It's nice. you
Yeah,
know.
I haven't been out there. I've been to I lived in California, but I've never been any
Yeah.
far higher than that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's so much to see still.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
interesting places, Washington D.C. You could spend 2 weeks there and not even see anything. You know.
I hated living there.
Oh, you lived there?
I lived there for a year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was horrible. Expensive.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
killed me, yeah.
Yeah.
Really. I had something with my daughters in school. I forget what it was now, but we went there for a year. We lived in Maryland, right next door.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we could just drive down to D.C. all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And boy, that was
It's a busy, hectic city. You know.
very hectic. Traffic is constant.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never get a breather,
But there's a lot to see there. A lot
Yes.
to see, which I enjoyed. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, what are you up to for the future? Anything got going on?
Well, I'm not going to get married. That's for sure.
Oh, gee, you disappoint me.
Yeah, one of these people have already asked me to marry them. I said no.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
gee, I didn't ask you yet. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Wow.
What can I do for the future? Of course, we don't know what the future lives.
That's right, but you just keep going,
Yeah, and I just enjoy myself here.
right?
I try to help people
Day by day you
any
take
way
it.
I can. Help people any way I can,
Yeah,
and just enjoy my family very much when they come.
That's
I'm lucky. I'm
wonderful.
very fortunate because I still have the 8
Yeah.
children alive,
Yeah.
which is unusual because they're some of them in their 60s. You know.
yeah. No, I have, my kids are 56 and unfortunately one's in Florida, so I never get to see her.
Really.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get to see my great grandchildren very often because they're living in North Carolina and
Oh,
Florida.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I still can learn things. I'm still able to learn things I don't know about. You know, reading a lot. Music I enjoy, very music.
Oh, yeah, I love music.
So I watch that.
Yeah.
PBS has a great channel, PBS Channel 2.
Oh,
They
yes.
have a lot of great
Yeah,
things on.
yeah.
So I enjoy that. I enjoy Netflix sometimes, some nice stories. I don't care for the war stories and miserable stories. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
there's so much, when you watch TV, there's so much terrible.
Oh, yes.
Channels.
They live on that.
Yeah, I don't care for that anymore, you know. I like, for example,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like Chicago Fire, Chicago Hospital one. I don't care for Chicago Police Place.
That's great.
So anyway, I just take every day and let it unfold, and what happens, happens.
Well,
And-
you're doing wonderful.
and I
I want you
accept-
to know that.
Well, thank you. I accept what comes my way and just try to be a good human living person and do what I
But you
can.
know what I think is wonderful? I think you're a terrific person. But
How much did I pay you to say that?
I'm not going to tell. I'm not saying.
Okay.
But I'll tell you one thing. I admire you. You've kept your weight down. And that's important when you get older. People don't realize.
You gotta walk. You gotta walk.
You really have to, because when you get older and you get heavy, you're in trouble.
Yes. Yeah.
Big trouble from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Well, I put a few pounds on since I've
Yeah.
been here, but
Well, they're trying to would you believe they're trying to put weight on me? I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. Oh, you're going to faint when you hear this one. Last week, 2 weeks ago, they weighed me and I weighed 85 pounds.
well, yes, that's
I
nothing.
never weighed that. Never 115,
That's-
but never 85.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get me back up because they don't even want to operate on me.
What about these energy? Do you drink these energy drinks like
Yes,
Booster?
I drink Boost and I drink Ensure. I drink both of them.
Yeah, I have one every day
Yeah, she told me they're making me drink 2 a day
too.
to get the weight
Yeah,
back up there. 'Cause
yeah.
I honestly don't know how I've lost it. I really don't know.
No, that's strange. Yeah, you
Yeah,
think
but
you would
They
put.
said I don't eat good here either.
Well,
I don't.
I generally don't eat here on Friday.
Yeah, but I don't eat good at all. I'm really bad about eating.
Well, I think as we get older, we don't need as much food as
Well,
we
that's
used
what
to.
I try to explain to them. I says, I'm not out running around like I do at home.
Right. Yeah.
When I'm at home, I'm running around.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just sitting here in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, they ought to be concerned because 85 is not a lot. It's like a little girl's weight, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't like it, so it's got me a little worried. So I am drinking the Boost and trying to do better.
Yeah.
And I did. Today I ate everything we had for lunch. I did good. I ate the full thing.
Yeah.
So that was the first time.
Yeah. That's good.
So that was good, yeah. So, but anyway, but tell me, what do you want to do for the future?
Be alive for one thing.
Okay, we'll take that into consideration.
I'd love to do some more traveling, but you know,
Oh, okay.
I'd love to go to places like Lourdes or Fatima, religious places. But the thing is, I feel I might be a burden because one of my kids want to come with me. I'd like to take a sail to Bermuda again. I love the ships, but I feel like I would be a burden to them. They don't think that way.
Yeah,
But you know, you got to
I
take.
understand.
But I mean, that would be the easiest thing to do because you could stay. I've been to Bermuda 9 times,
Yeah.
but I could stay in the ship most of the time.
Yeah.
Or take a cab if I
But
went
you
to
know
a
what
place.
I worry about? I'd love to go on a ship, but I worry about the beds.
The beds?
Yeah, because I think they're built into the wall and they're a certain height. I wouldn't be able to get in and out of them.
Oh, I see. Oh, you know, they
So-
have handicap apartments.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah, I've been on the handicap apartment.
Oh, I didn't know they had that.
Oh, yeah, they're great, and everything is lower, and you still can get out on the balcony, and they put you in the middle of the ship, like on the,
So
to
you have
the
more
mid- on the
balance.
7th floor, so it's balance.
Yeah,
The elevators, things are right there.
yeah.
You can get onto, easier. So, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, gee, I wish I'd thought of that. I would have gone.
yeah, because I've been on that ship 3 times now and enjoy it because the entertainment is great.
Yeah.
The food
I've
is
always
wonderful.
wanted to go on one.
Yeah,
My mother went on several, but I always hesitated out of fear.
really. I took the one to Alaska.
Ooh.
Been to Alaska,
Oh, that'd be nice.
and that was quite the experience.
Yeah.
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 Yes, saw the
Yeah.
you're on the boat having dinner, and the ice is dropping down, in front of us,
That's great.
That was beautiful.
Well, I have to say, this has been wonderful having you today. I have enjoyed you.
Well,
You
thank
are
you
so
much.
interesting.
And we know he's better than we did before.
Yes. Now
So-
I can blackmail you.
Well,
But
thank
no,
you so
seriously,
much.
I want to thank you because I really enjoy. And I think older people need to hear older people talk and realize they're not dead.
Exactly.
They're still alive,
Exactly.
and at your age, you're still doing.
And enjoy
At
it.
my age, I'm still doing.
Right.
And
So-
I'm not going to quit.
Me either am I.
In fact, I was trying to figure out the other day if there was a free TV station around. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that next.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah. I used to do TV. Long
Really?
time, yeah, in Florida, I did a long time ago.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. Wow.
But that's life. But anyway, Joe, thank you so much. I've enjoyed it. I
Thank you.
loved having you here.
And all those people down in Florida, hang in there, enjoy life as best you can, and I'll see you all in heaven.
Okay. Thank you.